Greetings, lovely people. Thank you for joining me in this video. Before we dive into the story, please do me a favor and consider subscribing to this channel for more awesome audio stories. It helps me a lot and I appreciate it. Enough chatting and let's begin the story. I glanced at my reflection in the mirror and straightened my tie, ready to head out for another day of filming my popular TV show, Jake's Take. As the host, I interviewed various celebrities and gave my hot takes on trending topics. My show had great ratings and a huge fanbase, cementing my status as a household name. Life was good. I was successful, rich, and dating an incredible woman named Mia, a brilliant and compassionate lawyer. We had met at a charity event 6 months ago and hit it off instantly. Now, we were practically inseparable, already making plans to move in together. I could see a real future with Mia. She balanced me out, warm where I tended to be too harsh, thoughtful where I rushed to judge. My bliss with Mia was a far cry from my previous disaster of a relationship with my ex, Kelly. Kelly was a selfish socialite who cared more about status and wealth than meaningful connections. I had loved her once, back when I was still a struggling actor and she was an up-and-coming model. But over time her true colors emerged. 2 years ago, I learned she had cheated on me with my then best friend, Ryan. I broke it off immediately and cut both Kelly and Ryan out of my life completely. Unbeknownst to me, Kelly had never gotten over our breakup. She still nursed an obsession with me, convinced I was her perfect match and the only man equal to her fame and fortune. When she got word I was dating Mia, she became insanely jealous. In her mind, Mia had stolen me away even though I hadn't spoken to Kelly in years. Kelly's jealousy drove her to unhinged action. Using her family's wealth, she hired an expert hacker to tap my phone and online accounts, tracking my every movement. She also bribed some of my coworkers to report back my shooting schedule and events I attended outside of work. Essentially, she had found a way to stalk me 24/7. On top of the invasive tracking, Kelly started messaging me constantly. She left gushing comments on all my social media posts, sent huge flower arrangements, and even had high-end gifts delivered to my house. It was disturbing how obsessed she still was with me after all this time. I blocked her number and all her accounts, but she just created new ones each time. When I told Mia about Kelly's creepy behavior, she was understanding. She knows I want nothing to do with my toxic ex. Mia advised I file a restraining order if the harassment persisted. She also promised not to let Kelly's scheming and lies about us get to her. I was so grateful for her level-headed support. When I told Mia about Kelly's creepy behavior, she was understanding. She knows I want nothing to do with my toxic ex. Mia advised I file a restraining order if the harassment persisted. She also promised not to let Kelly's scheming and lies about us get to her. I was so grateful for her level-headed support. Unfortunately, Kelly's obsessive stalking only got worse. She started showing up unexpectedly everywhere I went, my TV studio, my home, restaurants I frequented. Once, I was doing an interview on a red carpet and I spotted Kelly lurking behind the photographers, dressed in an evening gown. Security had to drag her away as she screamed my name repeatedly. Another time, I came out of a coffee shop to find Kelly parked right behind my car, blocking me in. As I approached, she leapt out and attempted to hug and kiss me, begging me to take her back. Disgusted, I shoved her away and threatened to call the cops if she didn't leave immediately. Sulking, she accused me of breaking her heart all over again. I also noticed Kelly trying to befriend Mia on social media, clearly trying to get intel on our relationship. The breaking point came when Kelly and Mia came face-to-face at a law firm party. Kelly marched right up to Mia and began insulting her looks and intelligence. She smugly bragged that I would dump Mia soon for a real woman. On the verge of tears, Mia excused herself. My protective instincts kicked in and I stepped between them, forcefully ordering Kelly to back off. Enough was enough. I sat down with Mia and we decided to take drastic action. I filed a restraining order and also hired an elite security team recommended by friends in the entertainment industry. I then set a meeting with Kelly in public, bringing 2 security guards as backup. Facing her, I stated in no uncertain terms she was to stop contacting me and Mia immediately. I threatened legal repercussions if she continued this harassment. Kelly was enraged, accusing me of cruelty for rejecting her love. She broke down into hysterical sobs right there in the restaurant, causing quite a scene. As my security dragged her outside, she shouted promises that she would get me back no matter what it took. I had a very bad feeling that this was not over. Sure enough, a week later I got a call from an executive at my TV network, DTN. They informed me they had been approached by Kelly, who claimed she had a huge, scandalous secret about me that could ruin my reputation and career. She was shopping around an exclusive tell-all interview to the highest bidder. My network was alarmed. They valued my lucrative show too much to risk damaging allegations. However, they had discovered a rival network, ANN, was considering Kelly's offer. They planned to ambush me and air her interview during a live charity gala I was scheduled to attend with Mia in a few days. The executive wanted reassurance I had no sordid secrets for Kelly to expose. I assured them Kelly was bluffing out of spite, but internally I was nervous. I sat down with Mia to discuss this worrying development. We decided to keep a low profile in the next few days leading up to the gala event. I also hired extra security guards to be on the lookout for Kelly. However, I had a sinking sense she was willing to go to truly insane lengths to come between me and Mia. I assured them Kelly was bluffing out of spite, but internally I was nervous. I sat down with Mia to discuss this worrying development. We decided to keep a low profile in the next few days leading up to the gala event. I also hired extra security guards to be on the lookout for Kelly. However, I had a sinking sense she was willing to go to truly insane lengths to come between me and Mia. The night of the big charity gala finally arrived. I stood adjusting my bow tie in the hotel suite as Mia emerged from the bedroom, looking stunning in a shimmering gown. Despite our concerns about Kelly, we were determined not to let her ruin this special night for our cause. We were both so grateful for our loving relationship and supportive friends. In fact, we had an exciting announcement to make: we were now engaged. Mia's diamond ring sparkled as she embraced me. Arm in arm, we headed downstairs to join the glamorous gala. As we mingled, laughed, and posed for photos with guests, I felt secure with my sharp-eyed security team nearby. About an hour into the event, Mia and I stepped up to the podium to proudly announce our engagement. I gazed at her smiling face as the room erupted in applause for us. My heart swelled with love and optimism for our future together. Out of the corner of my eye, I suddenly spotted a familiar figure barging through the crowd towards us. To my horror, it was Kelly, dressed to the nines with a mink stole, dramatic makeup, and a cunning smile. Before security could reach her, she leapt onto the stage and stood between us. "Congratulations," she bellowed into the microphone, her voice echoing across the stunned silent room. I froze in dismay as she then yanked open her fur stole, revealing a hidden camera and microphone strapped to her chest. "Surprise! We're live across the country on ANN," she announced giddily. "I have a major bombshell reveal about America's darling Jake and his beloved lawyer girlfriend Mia." My heart sank. Kelly had somehow maneuvered us again. Security rushed towards Kelly, but she shrieked at them to stay back, threatening to make an ugly scene if they tried to remove her. Desperate, I tried appealing to Kelly's rational side. "What are you doing?" I pleaded with her. "This needs to stop. Tell me what you want from us and let's talk." I gently tried to steer Mia behind me protectively as she stood shaking with anxiety. Gazing into the camera lens with calculating eyes, Kelly took a deep breath. "What I want is to tell the world that I'm pregnant with Jake's baby." Mia and I both recoiled, utterly dumbfounded. The audience became noisy, yelling condemnations at me. This was Kelly's big bombshell? An absurd, defamatory lie that I had cheated and gotten her pregnant during my relationship with Mia? Kelly went into full acting mode, dabbing her dry eyes with a tissue as if overcome with emotion. "Jake and I have been secretly hooking up for months despite his relationship with Mia," she improvised wildly. "But when I told him I was pregnant last week, he told me to get an abortion and threatened to deny the child was his." Boos and jeers arose from the rows of guests. I squeezed Mia's hand, my heart pounding with rage and dismay at Kelly's performance. This psychopath had come here tonight specifically to humiliate us publicly with fake pregnancy claims in a ploy to steal me away. Mia boldly stepped forward and seized the microphone from Kelly's claw-like grip. "You are delusional and dangerous," Mia stated into the camera, her voice clear and steady. "We have never been unfaithful and your pregnancy scam is frightening harassment." Turning, Mia assured the confused guests and viewers that Kelly's ambush was completely false and we would pursue legal action. A chant arose from the gala crowd: "Show the proof. Show the proof." Following the improvised script in her twisted head, Kelly pulled an ultrasound image and positive pregnancy test from her purse with a flourish. But I recognized the items as cheap fakes purchased online. "Jake, please don't abandon our child. I love you." Kelly improvised desperately, but she could see she was losing control of the room. Mia and I stared furiously at her, united in outrage. Through gritted teeth I replied, "We're getting a restraining order. Get psychiatric help." Defeated and outraged, Kelly swore bitterly at us before being dragged away by security guards, still kicking and screaming. The live broadcast on the rival ANN network cut abruptly to panicked commercials as their newscasters apologized profusely, claiming Kelly had lied about the premise of her exclusive interview. I hugged Mia tightly in relief that we had made it through Kelly's final unhinged scheme to pull us apart. In the aftermath, ANN faced multiple lawsuits for allowing Kelly's defamatory stunt while she was arrested for harassment and fraud. Meanwhile, Mia and I settled happily into marriage, stronger than ever. We still chuckle over how laughably bad Kelly's dramatic baby reveal had been. With Kelly locked away by court order, the future now looked bright. On our first anniversary, Mia and I announced a wonderful surprise. She was pregnant with our first child, a son we chose to name Ryan. After all the drama, a happy ending.